What's the deal with bananas? I mean, they got orange juice, you got apple juice. Where's the banana juice? Here I go! Please stand for your problematic and bomb juice.
What's up, good people? It's your boy Timo with the dance moves.
And it's Tim, the popcorn player.
That right. And you are listening to Banana Juice. So thankful that you're tuning in again with your boy.
Yes, sir.
Back again. Back again.
Yep.
Yeah, we took a week off. Look, it's getting to the end of the quarter. Y'all already know we teachers in this thing. So I'm nearing the end of the quarter, research papers, all that stuff to grade. Thank y'all for, being patient, and allowing us to do what we do and still bring y'all that funny. Look, before we go any further, man, we just want to say shout out to Crown Riri of the Flowers for the Culture podcast. We did our first collab. We did with her, and she's been someone we followed ever since we started the podcast. She had an old podcast that she was on, and so now she's branched off and started her own thing. So, and we kept that connection. So shout out to her. We will look out for the link for that collab. It should be dropping this weekend. So make sure that you are staying on the social media, looking at our Instagram, our Facebook, all that stuff to see information about how you can hear us on that episode. And in the meantime, just flat out check out her podcast. It's a really dope, positive podcast.
Absolutely. Yes.
So by all means, go listen to that. Yes, crownedones.com, I believe, is what it is. I hate to be saying the wrong thing, but definitely Flowers for the Culture podcast. It's dope, and follow their social media as well, but also continue to look out for our promotion for that episode on our social medias. Should be fun. Let's go ahead. Now that we back, let's get into these throwaways.
Oh, I love trash.
Rugrats is coming back. Rugrats is coming back. That's right. We see what Rugrats is coming back with the original cast. This new claymation looking type of animation.
Yeah.
Almost.
The new age animation.
Yeah. The nanimation, the new. I tried to mix new age animation together and all that. But,
animation.
Yeah. but the series is actually coming back, which is to me exciting because it's one of those shows that stands the test of time to me. And it's
yeah.
I think that it'll be good to introduce this to the new generation.
Absolutely. I mean, you see stuff like bringing back, putting Sesame Street on HBO Max and all of that, and then just all these different reboots of childhood TV shows and all of that.
Yeah.
I feel like this would be good for children, kids, and even adults too, because I'm gonna watch it.
Right, I know I'm gonna watch it. It's one of those shows it was just always dope. The imagination that they had there, and even the jokes were pretty funny. I watched Rugrats. I even looked back and saw some old episode of Rugrats as a young adult, and I'm like, this holds up. This holds up. It's pretty cool. It's just something that makes you smile. So shout out to them. Hopefully Doug is next.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully Doug is next, man, because I'm ready to see One and I Jack Bandit.
And the beats.
Yeah.
Are you killer tofu?
that's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope. Speaking of dope, the NFL has hired their first black woman on-field official. That's right,
Yeah.
Maya Shaka, who is a former official for the XFL and the and for college football. She has been selected as an official NFL official. That's why I was like, she's been officially. Like, that was really weird. But in a quote, she said, like, I am honored to be selected as an NFL official, but this moment is bigger than a personal accomplishment. It is an accomplishment for all women, my community, and my culture. And, like, this is something that we just like to see here, where people are breaking down barriers. Like, we're no longer seeing things as this is a man's job, this is a woman's job.
Right. Yes,
but
yes.
this is a job that anybody can have who has a passion for it and who is qualified for it. And I'm glad that we're not limiting those qualifications to gender.
Right.
So
And that, I think she makes the second female NFL official.
yes.
So yeah, that's big. That's big. And just seeing like how just this year there was the first female NFL official, and then she was able to officiate in the Super Bowl too. Like,
Yeah.
and
Okay,
now
I
we
thought
have
so.
like,
I thought it was just a playoff
Yeah.
game, but I didn't want to. But yeah, it was this.
no,
okay.
yeah, she was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
and now like the first black female NFL official, like that is it's really good seeing them breaking ground like that.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we'll see more women in that profession as well. So I especially love that it is exactly what you're saying. Like, it's not being labeled as a man's job, but as just a job where anyone can do it.
Yeah.
And so like that's great.
Yeah. And so from female presence in a male-dominated sport to a male presence in women's sports, because here in good old Memphis, or Shelby County more so, the Arlington Girls High School basketball team was kicked out of the state tournament because the son of their coach punched the coach of the opposing team.
Oh my God!
Now, apparently, the coach had said some things about his mother before the game, and maybe even during the game. They're still investigating that. So the son saw him outside, and when he saw him outside, it was no words and all hands.
Yep.
So he definitely hit that coach with the real quick 2-piece with a biscuit, and the girls from a couple of girls from the basketball team drove off with them, and because of that, they are fining the school. Keep in mind, the boy does not go to Arlington High School.
What?
But they are fining the school, and then they are on 2 years probation. Like, they cannot
I know she lied.
go to this. They're out of this year's tournament, and then they're out of next year's tournament as well. All because one grown man couldn't take a punch.
That to me, like, that is excessive, because
Very
it's like if you are really trying to, first of all, the person who punched you isn't even like, he's not being punished at all. You punishing a team that had nothing to do with it, instead of the person that, like, if you wanted like some kind of punishment to go for it, press charges on the person who punched you.
Right.
But like, to me, like, this seems like it doesn't even fit. Like, did the girls punch you in the face? No, it was the son of the coach.
Right. And my thing was, like, their whole thing was that the girls seemed like too close to, like, they were involved with the boy because they rode off with them. What are they supposed to do? If that's their ride, that's their ride.
Right.
If
You act like you was jumped.
right. It's like they laughed at me. This little boy hit me, knocked me out, and then the girls on the basketball team laughed. If I wasn't on the basketball team, I would laugh.
Right.
If I'm just sitting here minding my business and I see a grown man get knocked out by a high schooler, that's funny. That's hilarious. Especially when you were talking smack about his mama.
Right. And here's the thing, like if that's the case, then everything you laughed at for like America's Funniest Home Videos or like Jackass or whatever, like anytime you saw somebody slip and fall and you laughed, bam, your basketball team, they kicked out. They can't do nothing.
I mean,
put them out the atmosphere.
Not exactly the same thing, but
I mean, no, like seriously, you see somebody get punched and you laugh, like, oh, you giggled at this. Your team kicked out the basketball tournament. Like that's really how it is with these girls. Like they didn't have anything to do with it. They didn't touch you. They didn't do anything to you. They just rode off in the car with somebody who happened to knock you out.
Right. They're not accessories to the knockout.
Right. They didn't know that was gonna happen.
Right.
And if they did, like
they're literally witnesses and ride sharers. That's it. That's it.
Like, I mean, what you mad because they ain't warn you it was coming? Like what? Like I don't know what to tell you.
Right. I mean, but it's also a high schooler. I'm pretty sure he telegraphed this punch.
True.
Like if you talk stupid, you got to at least know how to duck.
Right. Hey, how you gonna coach? How you gonna coach a basketball team and you don't know what to do when you put in a situation?
Right.
It's game time.
Like, nah, it was game time in that parking lot, coach. Let's talk about that. Don't tell me how to box out. You can't even put your hands up. You can't even box. you learn how to box before you tell me how to box out. You can tell anything. You can say nothing to me as a coach after that situation.
It was man to man, and you couldn't block the shot.
You're like, what are you doing out there? What are you doing out there? You're playing home. Like, whoa. Watch your time before I call old boy up here.
Coach, don't you tell me to block another shot because you couldn't block that shot that came straight to your face.
Right. So look, coach, you might need to that coach need to be suspended. Like, nah, man, you are going to be ineffective as a coach. Can't even, like, you can't tell me how to win a game. You can't even win a fight.
You can't play defense.
Yeah, you can't play defense. Lord. But from a group of children getting punished to a group of children not getting punished, and this is like, this is all the way messed up.
Yeah.
So I was like, so there is a young man, Samarian Humphrey, who is getting bullied, or who has been getting bullied by some middle school children at Haggard Middle School. And so they invited him over to a sleepover. So I'm guessing that this was an instance where the mother might have thought like this might be good to kind of squash things, or even the boy thought that, oh, we're cool now. I don't know. But what happened at the sleepover was some of his classmates befriended him a month before, and when he got to the sleepover, they shot him with BB guns. They hit him while he was like trying to sleep. They called him racial slurs, and then they made him drink their urine out of a cup. Now, apparently the mother has been talking to the school about this for a long time, and the school has not done anything about it yet. And this is just so upsetting on so many levels. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating because I just look at this situation like, how could you be so cruel to one human being? Like, why is that funny to you that you invite him to this sleepover and you torture him and you beat him while he's trying to sleep and you make him drink pee? Like, what type of little monsters are you raising to where your children feel like that's an okay thing to do in your house? That's the main thing. Like, these children are in your house and they feel like it's okay to treat another person this way in this house and to call him racial slurs and all that. Where was the owner of the house?
Parents? Yeah. Where were the parents in this? Like, what did they even reach out to this child's parents and tell them, like, I'm so sorry about this, like, my child is like being punished and I'm talking to the parents of these other children that were here.
Right.
Like that's the first thing. Like, the fact that I don't even hear like the parents of these kids saying anything about it.
And it's a video showing that your children were involved in this.
Right. Like, to me, like, I feel like that is very sad. And like, the mother is handling this like so much better than I would if that was my child.
Oh, it would have been on site. I'm like, pulling up.
To even know that, like, I'll be fighting little kids.
Right.
No, that then I'll be fighting their parents. But like, for this, and what makes it even more frustrating is that the child himself was telling his coach about it, and the coach just said, boys will be boys. I'm sorry, but like, I never did anything like that.
Right.
Like, that's not normal.
Right.
That is not normal behavior. And that's not a boys will be boys type thing.
No, not even close.
Like, you talk about like climbing a tree and roughhousing and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a boys will be boys type thing. And
by roughhousing, I'm talking about practicing wrestling moves on giving somebody the people's elbow. Like, that's boys will be boys. Right. Not punching somebody in the throat or punching them in the face or
shooting them with BB guns or making them drink pee. Like, that's not at all anything that is normal.
Right.
Like, that's not normal behavior. And for people to try and be like normalizing this behavior, like, it's something wrong with you.
Right. And that's my thing. I'm tired of this saying boys will be boys.
Yeah.
Boys will be boys until you raise them to be men. That should be the same. Boys will be, and like, men don't do that. How you treated that person, if you don't fool with him, then don't fool with him. Like,
right.
But don't go out of your way to try and make his day miserable. You befriend him for a month also you can do like this is a premeditated situation.
That is evil. That is evil.
That's pure evil. And so like and I would say I hate to do it, but like it makes me look at the parents like, you raising a little racist to where they feel like they can invite this black boy over, call him racial slurs, make him drink urine, beat him while he's sleeping, shoot him with BB guns. Where did they see this? Where did they figure out that this was okay? And the fact that you've been silent on the information makes me feel like you might think that's okay.
You feel like it's okay. And if somebody was doing that to your child, it'd be World War III in this thing. But
right.
It's okay for your children to do it to someone else as long as it's not them.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Like the whole thing is just sickening, and I don't know, man. If I saw these kids in the street, I couldn't say that I wouldn't trip them. Just because, this ain't how we do things around here.
Right. I feel like in cases like that, like, charge these kids with a hate crime.
Yep.
Like, charge them with a hate crime. Because if you can send like all these other little kids to jail, like for other stuff, you can charge these kids. Like, and let them know how serious this is. Like, don't just be like, oh well, is kids just doing it? Like, no, charge them with what that really is. Because if it was an adult doing that to another adult, hate crime, like that's the law. Period.
Oh, we've had black middle school children charged as adults, literally charged as adults.
Yeah.
Because because one kid did a pile driver on his sister and killed
Yeah.
her.
Yep.
Charged as an
I was
adult.
just right.
Charged as an adult. Accidentally shooting another kid. Charged as an adult.
So
so it's a
let's be consistent across
Yes.
the board.
let's absolutely be consistent.
And this video proof of this is video proof.
Right. And you
Like,
look, even the Central Park. Those kids, they were children, high school and middle school age.
yep.
You know,
I would just be like, if I was the mom, I'd be going after the city next. If I don't see anything being done about it, I'd be going after the city next. Be like, okay, like y'all not doing anything about it. The school, the city, everybody would be in trouble.
right. Oh,
Like, it's like y'all not doing anything. It's video proof about it. I'm saying, like, this is what's going on. Like, I give out names. I'll be like, if y'all don't get these little kids, like, y'all in trouble. Like, y'all are responsible for this because your lack of doing anything about the situation. Now you are becoming an accessory to this.
Right.
And you're just showing me that, oh, I'm complicit with them doing this and it's okay. So now I'm holding you accountable as the school, as the city, like all of y'all are accountable for this.
Yep. Look, it would just be on and popping, and I like we this is going to be a story that you'll hear updates from us because we're definitely going to be following this one. This, yes, in the throwaways, but we ain't throwing this one away. We gonna follow this, and we gonna make sure that you all are aware of the justice or injustice that is done at the end of this.
Absolutely.
On a lighter yet creepier note, there's a children's toy, the LOL surprise dolls. Apparently, if you take these dolls, and when we say dolls, they're clearly made for children. They look like mini Bratz dolls. If you take them and soak them in cold water.
Yeah, cold water.
When you pull them out, they're wearing lingerie.
I'm sorry,
and
what?
S&M stuff, and they have these tattoos and all this, and I'm like, throw it away. Why is this a thing?
It is just letting you know how, like, it's some sick people out there. It is sick people, like, trying to normalize this, like, their perverted minds and just, like, let it just bleed out into the world and just be like, yeah, like, this is a children's toy. And, like, it's crazy.
It's really crazy. Who had this idea? Who said, you know what to make these little baby doll toys look good? Lingerie.
I got to say that they know my brother.
These little babies. You're nasty.
And
you're disgusting.
And here's the thing, like, I hate to know, like, the kids that found this out. Like, the first kid to, like, find this out, like, just, like, playing with the little baby doll, like, in the water, like, you know, like, because we've all been kids, like, and we've all been like, okay, like, we want our toys to swim and, like, have, like, a little pool party.
Yeah.
And so you, like, you don't want the clothes to get wet, so you just put the little baby doll in the water. Now, the fact once they found that out, like that had to be traumatizing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like this, or maybe they thought that they morphed into a Power Ranger.
Morphin' time.
I mean, they
Right,
look
and
kids. They look kids.
But I mean, like you
Like,
show you.
mommy, look,
like, the
my
little
dog's
kid-
wearing the outfit you had with Daddy last night.
and like it's like that stuff is just it's horrible.
Yeah,
It's horrible because now as a parent you have to like explain what is going on to the child and just be like, no, that's not normal. You can't play with this toy anymore.
right.
And they'll be like, what? But why? Like, it is like I feel like it is just a part of that sick agenda to like sexualize young children.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's crazy.
It is crazy, but you know, like you have parents saying we're not going to play with this toy because it sexualizes young children, and so now we have parents saying my child's not going to play with this toy because it desexualizes potatoes. Mr. Potato Head is now just Potato Head, and people are losing their minds over this. Literally losing their minds over this. And I don't understand why. Like, oh, now Mr. Potato Head is gender neutral. He's gender neutral. It's a potato. It's like it doesn't have a gender.
It's literally a potato. It's a potato.
It's a
like,
potato.
Y'all act like first of all, potatoes don't have a gender.
What?
Right.
Like, what do y'all think farmers do? Farmers are like putting potatoes together and going like this, just rubbing them together, and that's how they create other potatoes. Like, what is going on in y'all's mind to where like y'all are this upset about about it changing from Mr. Potato Head to just Potato Head or
Right.
Mrs. Potato Head to Potato Head? Like, come on.
It's like people
Like-
just look to be pressed so they can be pressed. I don't get this. I don't get why you're upset about it. If you want it to be Mr. Potato Head, buy the Potato Head and call it whatever you want to call it.
Right.
You know, the mustache comes off. When you take the mustache off and you take the hat off, if I had a Mr. Potato Head and a Mrs. Potato Head, you wouldn't know which one was which if I took off those. Because it's a potato.
Right. The parts are interchangeable. So it's like it does not matter. Like, if anything, you should be happy about this because it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna have a boy or a girl. Okay, I just got Potato Head. So like whichever one, I'm ready.
Right.
Just
Whatever they want to play with. It could be a boy or a
Like-
girl. It's
like,
a potato. And
yes,
let's stop
use your
acting.
imagination.
Let's stop acting like this toy was fun. I'm sorry. Like, it only comes with like 7 parts, and there's only so many things you can do with it.
Like shoes, lips, hat, eyes, mustache, nose. Like what? Come on.
Shoulders, chest, pants, shoes.
Y'all act like I was just doing the most with this thing.
Right. Like y'all, calm down. Potatoes don't have titties.
He needs
It's okay.
some milk.
It's okay. That Mr. Potato Head is just a potato. If anything, real life potatoes make more potatoes by themselves. So
They don't need nobody.
they don't need nobody. So they're literally gender neutral. Literally gender neutral. So
Like, are you like when you go to Rallies or Burger King or McDonald's? Are these Mr. French fries or Mrs. French fries? No.
well, they're clearly
Like-
Mr. French fries. It's called McDonald's, not McKinsey's.
It's the last name. You know, McDonald's can be a female. It's like, don't hit me with technicalities.
Don't do that.
So now McDonald's is a woman. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, stop being so sensitive about this stuff change. And I know y'all will be like, well, they're being sensitive by taking away the Mister. Like,
no, they're being scientific. That's what they're being. They're not being sensitive. Literally being scientific.
Like it's a potato.
Potatoes don't have penises. So let's make that clear.
Like just stop it, y'all. Like stop being so angry.
Right. Oh, some more stuff that they're angry about. Dr. Seuss books coming off the shelves that no one knows. Here's the thing. No one knows these books. These are not popular Dr. Seuss books that are coming off. And it's not like people are saying, what? Look at this Dr. Seuss book I just found. This needs to... No, it's literally the company. Their board has said, hey, we don't like how these books portray people. Let's take them out. Let's no longer publish them. And people are like, oh, the world is so sensitive. This cancel culture has gone out. The cancel happened in the boardroom. The boardroom said, let's not do this anymore.
Right.
The people closest to the brand without it. I never heard of these books. I didn't even see a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok movement around these books or anything. People just looked up and it happened.
Yeah. I heard about it last year. It was books that contained like these different things in them that were racist. Mm-hmm. And so like I was like, oh, well, that's horrible. But I mean, like, I feel like now with the company making this move, like it's not like it's good that they're like, okay, like we don't want this. And I feel like the people who are like, oh, this cancel culture is like getting on my nerves or whatever. Like, okay, so basically, you all want to cancel the cancel culture. So, like, you're kind of being like, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's like cancel the cancel culture. Do you hear yourself?
But here's the thing. People are talking about cancel culture and all of that. People only don't like it when it messes up their way of life. Because when Nike decided that they were going to sign Colin Kaepernick,
cancel that.
It's people burning jerseys, burning tennis shoes. Like, you really can't. You canceled Nike.
Is recently people in Idaho burning masks, having their children burn masks.
Mr. Potato here.
NWA came out. people like burning NWA CDs.
Right.
Like I'm like, y'all acting like this is brand new.
LeBron James goes to the Miami Heat. People burning his jersey. I'm like, y'all, but we acting like cancel culture is we've been canceling people. Maybe not on a global scale, but people have collectively got together and said, like, you know what? I don't fool with that person no more because they did this.
Or anytime a Karen wanted to like talk to a manager,
right?
What were you doing?
So you trying to get somebody fired? That's cancel culture, people.
Or like Yelp reviews.
Yep.
Like, come on, y'all acting brand new now. Like, come on, like please stop it. Like, it's only upsetting and messed up when other people are doing it and it affects what you think is normal or okay.
Right.
Like, don't do that.
Right. And another thing, people upset because the Disney movies are going to be taken off of Disney Plus. Peter Pan, Dumbo, Aristocats. They're like, because of the racial insensitivity in them. And people are upset about that. And my thing is, okay, if your thing, if you as a person believes that white people are not inherently racist and that racism is taught, which is true. Racism is taught.
It's taught. It
is taught. When is it taught? It's taught to you like you see what I'm saying? And so if that's the case, why would you want your children to see images and to hear things that they can repeat to a minority that would be seen as insensitive and or racist?
Because if you like that type of stuff, then that means you want your kids to be pissing in cups and giving it to other children to drink and shooting them with BB guns and beating them up while they sleeping.
Yes. Yeah. Now look, personally, I never fooled with Dumbo. Never fooled with Dumbo.
Oh, yeah.
The
Dumbo.
Jim Crow thing at a young age, I was like, what the heck is this?
It was like, this is...
I've been done seen about everything? Like, what? Get this all the way out of here. Like, at a young age, I wasn't really fooling with that.
Dumbo was not a movie that I watched multiple times.
Then don't that little man get drunk or high and start looking at pink elephants? Like, why would you?
He gets drunk. He gets drunk.
So why?
And watches it and sees pink elephants and he's hiccuping. Like, it's a young elephant getting drunk
So let's
and hallucinating. Like,
you want the kids to watch that? I need y'all to calm down.
something wrong with you.
Peter Pan, they making fun of the Native Americans, me smoking peace pipe and like all that stuff. And like, come on now. Come on. Like that's not right. It's not right. Now, unfortunately, the chance of your child seeing an actual Native American is slim to none, but which is sad in its own right. But if you're like, if you see that and like, oh, that's okay, then you don't see what's wrong with, you didn't see what was wrong with the Washington Redskins or what's wrong with the Cleveland Indians. Like you,
Right.
And that is a problem when the group of people is telling you, hey, this is racist, we don't like it, and you're like, oh, you're being sensitive. What?
Like,
are you what?
How can you tell the person that is offended by it when it's their culture and they're telling you like, hey, we find this offensive, and you're being like, you're being too sensitive? Like, that to me, that's insensitive.
Right. If there was a baseball team called the Cleveland Crucifiers and it was Jesus on the cross upside down, how long do you think it would take Christians to be like, this needs to go?
Right.
No, this is not okay. You see what I'm saying? Like
people don't think about it like that. Is because it's not offensive to them. Because it's not offending them.
Right.
In their race, like it's all a thing. Like, some people that are insensitive, they just brush past it and just call other people sensitive to the subject. And it's like, the fact that you're not sensitive to this subject is like, that's speaking to your humanity. Like, you're not being a real human being, and you're not being like this Christ-like person that you're trying to portray yourself to be. Because if you can't put yourself in someone else's shoes and love like your neighbor, to where you're hearing the stuff that's hurting them, then you're not being Christ-like.
Right. And then I will admit, Aristocats, that kind of hurts my heart a little. But then when they said it, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all about like, that part. And Everybody Wants to Be a Cat, and I love that song. But the part is completely unnecessary. The egg foo young fortune cookie always wrong.
Yeah.
You didn't have to have that in that song. You didn't have to have that in the movie. Like, there's literally no point of that, except for to add slapstick humor at the expense of a minority group, which is not right. So if you like Aristocats, okay, you can like it, but you can also say, but that is kind of wrong.
Yeah, if you can't point out the things in there that is wrong and be like, yeah, this movie could have done without those parts and
Right.
still been a good movie, then like it is something wrong with you. Because Aristocats would have still been a good movie had that been taken out.
Just
And I still would have liked the song if
Yeah.
that would have been taken out. Like that's not important to the song.
and really at this point, Disney, just take it out. just if you take that part out, the scene,
Right.
the song, it all still makes sense. So
Right. If you could take Donald Trump out of Home Alone 2, like you could take that out of Aristocats.
right.
It's not gonna be like it's not a crucial thing.
No.
It doesn't take away from the movie. It doesn't take away from the storyline.
You know what else isn't crucial that doesn't take away from the movie and doesn't take away from the storyline? Lola Bunny's titties. Look, if y'all perverts, if you furries do not calm the heck down on this Lola Bunny is not as curvaceous as she was in the first Space Jam mess, please take several seats, y'all. It is a bunny. It is
Like you was watching Space Jam for all the wrong
for
reasons.
all
Like,
the wrong reasons. For all the wrong reasons. Like it's what thoughts were you having about Lola Bunny? To where like, oh, look at that bunny. Look at you freak. You pervert. You just
like I'm trying to. Ooh yeah, Space Jam. Oh, about to shoot my Space Jam.
oh.
Like,
And I'm like, what?
come on now, that it's sick. It's sick.
It's so sick. And what's really more confusing is that you all are more offended by the lack of Lola Bunny's breast, but not offended by the presence of LeBron James' hairline. Where did this come from?
CBI.
Like this is the real issue. Now, LeBron, you put that headband on like you've been doing. No,
Disney fixing too many problems. They fixed LeBron headline. They fixed Forrest Whitaker's eye. Oh no! Something going on here. Something going on here.
I don't like it. I don't like it. But I'm fine with Lola Bunny not, having breast. Even though, and this is just another point. They shouldn't have to take away Lola Bunny's curves for y'all to stop looking at her sexually. Like that's just the thing. Because here's the other side of that coin. It's almost like you're saying it kind of plays into the thing where women have to watch how they dress. Because if you dress a certain way and you're built a certain way just by nature, or if you're built a certain way by nature, you have to be careful how you dress because men will do certain things and they would think certain things is okay, which is a very toxic mindset to have. And so it's like, just man, calm down. It's a cartoon. It's a bunny.
Right.
It's a bunny.
This is supposed to be something that like is a family movie. It's not supposed to be your X-rated fantasy or like it's sick.
Right.
It's sick that you like, no, bring back her curves. Like you need to be locked up.
Yes.
And you need to stay the heck away from children. Like that's
right.
That's my mindset. If your first thought is no, put the breast back on Lola Bunny. Like, you, sir, you need to be psychologically evaluated and just kept away from children.
Right.
That's sick.
It's very sick. So those are your throwaways.
I love them because they're trash.
Okay, so it's time for our prop topics. And we gonna start it off. That's Stimmy about to go to the house. That's Stimmy about to go to the house. They passed the latest stimulus package of 1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. Just this past Saturday, and it got 0 Republican votes. 0 Republican votes. That means even the senators from Texas, where their entire state is in need, they said, nah. Like, just nah. Y'all don't need
Y'all
my
don't
money.
need it.
Y'all don't need it. You cool.
Like, think about that for a minute. These same people that you all are voting for, in your time of need, they're like, nah, that's okay. You don't need it.
Right.
Like, think about that for a minute. The next time an election comes up, think about where they were and if they really had your best interest at heart. Like, stop. Like, this is the thing. Stop voting because of like what you think the party is standing for.
Right.
Like, stop it, because clearly this whole thing that you all think the Republican Party is standing for, like, it clearly crumbles every time. Like, y'all thought the whole Blue Lives Matter thing, the Capitol thing came and you saw that crumble.
Right.
That was no longer the platform. Like, that was no longer the thought at all. And it's crazy that you all think that these people that you keep electing and putting in office care about you. Like, you see that. The fact that any of you all in these Republican states are going to get a stimulus check, basically, which is, it's your money.
Right.
It is what you're paying for. The fact that you're getting to see any of the money that you pay in taxes is because of the other side that you call radical. If you're like that type of person or that type of Republican, like, the people you said are radical are the ones that are responsible for you getting money.
Yep. In Texas, like, some of them are responsible for you getting help right now.
Right.
AOC responsible for some of the help that some of y'all are receiving.
It is not Ted Cruz. He's still, like, I still have yet to hear what he has done for Texas. I still have, since he came back from Cancun. Like, I still have yet to hear anything that he's done for the people of Texas. And like, it is crazy. Like, please, y'all, stop thinking like you have to be loyal to these people when they're not even being loyal to you. They're not doing their jobs because they're not serving you, the people.
Yep. Like, and they're telling you, well, people don't need handouts. People don't need handouts. Well, what have you done to deserve the check that you're getting for sitting in Congress and voting against me having money? What are you doing? That is it not really? You're not really doing that much. You're receiving a handout. Like, right. Like no one deserves a handout or help in their time of need while I live in luxury off of taxpayer dollars.
Absolutely. My thing is this: if you see it, look at it as simple as this. You go to McDonald's, you order your food, you pay the money for your food, you get to the window, and the person doesn't even give you any food. They're like, no, you don't need it. And they just keep your money. But you're like, no, I this is what I want, this is what I paid for. give me my food. You need to be the same way when it comes to the people that you elect to represent your state. Like, do not let them be like, no, you don't need this. Like, when you spend your money, like when you pay taxes, you're spending your money and you're funding them, you're paying them so they can even have a job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what manager or what owner of a company would keep an employee and keep paying them when they're not doing their job?
Yep.
They're not helping the company out. They're not serving their purpose. So why keep electing officials that are not keeping your best interest at heart? Like, they're like, nope, you don't get any of this money, but we gon' do whatever we want with the money that you're giving us, and we straight. Like,
right,
we gonna stay employed, and you the one who's losing out. Yeah. Perfect example. They're building a space hotel.
Oh my goodness. This
Texas is
this is what's going on, y'all. This is a real story. This is real.
Texas is frozen. Pipes are busted. Texas has, like, people, the inside of people's houses has ice all in it. Like, and it's a space hotel with a movie theater, a bar. Mm-hmm. Like, who's in space?
Now they are building a space hotel that is supposed to be ripped and ready to go by 2027. Mind you, we do not have universal health care. We are still waiting on this stimulus check. We've gone months with very little relief. It's like very little help from the government that we continue to fund. They continue to take taxes out of our paychecks.
Like Memphis, we were under a boil water advisory.
Yeah. Yeah.
And but
we were boiling water to make Kool-Aid. We were boiling water to drink.
There are people that are starving in other countries that could be helped. But we're building space hotels.
Space hotels. Hey, they're homeless people.
Yes,
it's homeless.
There are homeless people.
We don't have enough homeless shelters. We don't have enough homeless shelters. They're like, let's put some in space.
They made it a big deal about people making $15 an hour for minimum wage. But it's a space hotel.
It's a space hotel. Not just with that, but we gonna have a bar and we gonna have a movie. So you mean to tell me you going to space to watch movies and drink alcohol? You can do that here on Earth.
It's a pandemic going on. And people can't really go to the movies like that. But you're building a movie theater in space at a space hotel. Our priorities.
Yes.
Like, I don't get it. And I'm laughing because, like, it is that upsetting. You don't know what else to do. Like, it is that upsetting to where it's like, how is this a thing?
Right.
How is this normal?
Yeah, and I don't get it, but if it gets some of these people out of here, okay, whatever. Do what you got to do. do what you got to do. Y'all go ahead. Y'all move to Mars. We'll start fresh. Just all the minorities. and the cool white people. Y'all, we all just stay here, and we really make America great again. All the lame white people, you go to space. All the lame racists, you all go to space. And look, and what's really gonna be funny is the minorities who cape for the racist white people, the pick-me's for the KKK and for super Republicans, is like you're gonna be left here. You know that, right? Then
Right.
If they take you with them, it's to build. If you're going as free labor, if they take you with them, it's not going to be fun for you, which is fine because like you already act like a house slave anyway. So
Yeah, but people who are like truly for equality and for like actually like having a great nation, like
Right.
yeah, by all means, here, stay right here. All you other people, go into space.
Yeah.
Go into space.
you just go on to space and you be cool. And now I don't know, because like some of the best scientists are really liberal, so not the fact that
It don't matter though because Dr. Fauci is fine. So, like they won't be wearing masks in space.
Right.
Like, oh, we could go outside in space and we don't have to wear a mask.
Oh,
Do
okay.
that.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Yeah. Yeah. But by all means.
Your lungs freeze. Okay.
Idiots. I'm sorry. But if you go to this space hotel, just
I'm gonna
stay.
step outside. I'm
Just
gonna step
stay.
outside on the balcony for a minute. It's like, no, my lungs won't freeze. I'll just catch a cold. Oh, okay.
Right.
You gonna catch a cold if you don't wear a mask in space?
I just
Hold on. Like that. Okay. That's all. That's mind blowing. You don't want to wear a mask here on Earth, but you want to go to space where you have to wear a whole helmet, where you're not breathing on people. Like, are you serious? Come on! Like, who makes these things up? Like, you can't make it up.
now. I'm not saying that the jokes are making it seem like we think all Republicans are the ones who want this, but it's just the frivolousness of it all. It's like literally, you can take that same money that you're spending for that, and that you would have to continue to spend to get people there and back. You can take that same money and just invest it back into the country. Invest it in trying to eliminate homelessness in America.
Right. My thing is, okay, this is where I don't get the Republican mindset. Like the fact that you had problems with giving the stimulus check to people. Like, number one, it's their own money. But here's the thing. How economy works. If people do not have the money to pay for things, how will the economy...
Hold on, you frozen.
like keep going? They got me. They got me. No, but it's like how is it that you are like, I'm going to hold on to this money and not give it to the people? Like, if your consumers do not have money, how will they buy anything to give back to keep the economy going?
Yeah.
Like that's the whole thing. Like, you are not, like, you don't have a very good handle on this, like, economy thing.
Right.
Like, give your consumers money to spend and they will spend it, withhold the money, and yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
Like, businesses will not continue to like thrive. I just that's just a thought. Like, maybe I'm missing something here, but I just felt like that's how an economy works.
I mean, who am I? I'm just a black man from Memphis trying to stay in Memphis and not go to space to watch movies and drink alcohol. This is so far beyond my comprehension of why anybody would ever want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, there are about 7 movies that start off with a plot kind of like this.
Yeah.
And in those movies, only one white woman makes it back to Earth. So let's really think about this again, people. Let's really think about this again. I mean, 2027. That's 6 years away.
Because let one stray rock from a meteor,
Yeah,
hit the glass and crack the glass. You being sucked out into space, and yeah, that's it for you.
but hey,
I don't trust it. I don't trust it.
me either. So it is what it is with that. I mean, I am going to be eager to see who exactly wants to take that ride and how exactly they're going to get back. So those were your prime topics. Tim, tell the people who got that juice this week. Yeah.
All right. So the person who has the juice this week, it goes to Andrew Mitchell and his family, Keisha Pinnock, and his brother-in-law, Isaiah Pinnock. They made a 22-hour drive from New Jersey to help the people out in Texas. Now, Andrew Mitchell, he's a plumber, and he was helping out these people in Texas, fixing their plumbing and all of that, just so they could get back on their feet and they could have their houses just restored and just putting things back right. So they were helping out the people in Houston, Texas. So this is another showing of like just the community mindset. Mm-hmm. Like a person outside of Texas, 22 hours away from Texas, just coming out and helping, using their skills, their abilities, their gifts to help out people in need. Needless to say that this is another black eye given to Ted Cruz, the person who's supposed to like be over Texas. Clearly someone else that is not even from Texas helping out Texas, and it is just a regular citizen at that. But I mean, not to take away from this great thing that Andrew Mitchell and his family did, but they loaded up their truck with about $2,000 worth of material to help out these families in Texas through their crisis. And I just have to say, like, Andrew Mitchell, to you and your entire family, y'all have been great. And Andrew Mitchell,
you got the juice now, man.
And now, what you've been waiting for this entire show, yo, problematic top 5. And so, this week, since everybody's so eager to go to the space hotel, I'm gonna take you to the Space Cadet Clubhouse. We got a place for you already.
Oh my goodness, no.
We decided to give you all the top 5 attractions that you will be able to enjoy at this new space hotel. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Number 5, we got the Tiger Woods DMV.
Oh no.
Yes. You learn how to drive in space, and there's no trees or anything to run into.
Oh my goodness. I wasn't ready for that.
The Tiger Woods DMV is out of this world.
Oh my goodness.
You don't have to worry about staying in your lane. Because in space, there are no lanes. Oh my goodness.
Number 4, the Tory Lanez gun range. Oh my goodness. Look, you go into this outer space hotel to get rid of civilization, get away from the calm mindsets, the rational mindsets that we have. So yes, you're gonna go out there, you're gonna live the life that you can't live here on Earth. So yeah, the Tory Lanez gun range, nothing but toes. You shooting off these little piggies, trying to go to market, trying to stay home. Like that's all you're gonna be doing. That's all it is, just feet. And unfortunately, if you're taller than 3 feet, you're gonna have to shoot on your knees because it's made for Tory height size.
This is for you must be this high. Range.
Wait! That's why Tory Lanez likes to shoot at feet. Because he doesn't have enough to ride the roller coasters.
Everybody gonna feel my pain.
You gotta be 5 feet. You gotta be 5 feet tall. Feet again. Feet are ruining my life. I'm tired of living in a world where feet tell me what I can and can't do.
Now you gonna feel the agony of defeat.
I can't get features, so I remake other people's songs. I can't grow no more feet tall. I keep getting defeated by Drake, the other Canadian, in my life. My
feet are underground.
My feet are underground. My facial features are lacking hair. Forget feet. I'm gonna shoot this off. Every feet deserves a bullet.
Oh no. Oh no. Number 3, Tyler Perry Studios.
Get it out of here. Imagine paying all that money to go out of space, to drink alcohol, and go and watch movies, and all the movies just be Tyler Perry movies.
Why did I get married in space? And Diary of a Mad Space Woman. My dear space reunion. Get out of my space. Oh.
Yeah, I'm down for Tyler Perry Studios to be getting out of space. Let's take the current one and just put a rocket up under it. Just Shoot that junk up out of here.
Black Hole, a Tyler Perry movie.
Absolutely. Number 2, a cartoon titty bar. Yeah, that's right. For all of you who are so sad that Lola Bunny doesn't have any breast, you can go out of space and see cartoon titties. You heard going to Chuckaloosa to the pink? Well, you get to go to outer space to the ink and see these cartoons.
No.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture featuring Jasmine from Aladdin. Mrs. Potato Head with her potato titties.
Oh my goodness, no.
All eyes would be on her. Jessica Rabbit making an appearance. And of course, Lola Bunny. Our very own Mercedes, Lola Bunny. Up and out of space where the girls can stay. Elmer Flood walk in like Uncle Clifford.
No.
People really be sexualizing cartoons.
That'd be the nastiest titty bar. All the Space Jam everywhere.
People coming. So at the cartoon titty bar, will Mrs. Incredible be there tonight? Is she gonna be there? Is she gonna have the suit on? Is that going down?
Like, you nasty.
you are disgusting. So
You
Lois
really are.
Griffin, y'all got Lois Griffin tonight? Is she tonight or is she tomorrow?
Like,
I got a thing for gingers.
gross.
Did y'all get Pocahontas?
I'm trying to see her paint with all the colors of the wind.
Did y'all get Pocahontas? Men are disgusting. Why?
So sick. This is gross.
Why do people sexualize? Y'all got Tweety Bird? Tweety Bird up there. That's a boy! Oh.
Nobody told me.
Nobody told me. Tweety Bird. Them eyelashes? That's a girl.
You sick. You sick.
Well, y'all got grandma. Cause she got the double D's. I got Tweety Bird.
No.
Her milkshake bring all the boys to the yard.
I thought I saw her put it. You gross.
Oh, people are disgusting.
Oh my goodness, that's so gross. That's gross. And number 1, the canceled karaoke bar. That's right. You can sing all the songs from R. Kelly that you want to sing. You can sing the Tory Lane songs. You can sing every canceled song ever. You can sing Everybody Wants to Be a Cat with your favorite part in it. Just everything. Everything.
You do the I See the Elephant Fly. You can do all of that. You can.
You're tired of this cancel culture? Just go to the cancel karaoke bar and
sing all the Morgan Wallen you want. Sing your heart out. Sing your heart out. Lord.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh man. So that was your problematic top 5. Y'all, we want to thank y'all for rocking with us here on Banana Juice.
Banana Juice?
Look, man, like we said, be watching our social media. We're going to drop the links to the Flowers for the Culture podcast that we were featured on. Had a real good conversation just about mental health and
Self-care.
Self-care. Yeah. So check it out, man. It's a dope podcast, period. Like I said, like we bring the problematic and the foolishness. If you're looking for some positivity to kind of equal out the problematic that we have, absolutely check that podcast out. Good person running that thing. And we will see y'all next week. I guess. So until next time, it's your boy Timo with the dance moves.
And it's Tim, the popcorn player.
Banana juice?
Out.